All right, chat. Earlier today, two things dropped. One, apparently they dropped some showcase of the new Thor tech, or the new Thor rework / changes and the Jeff changes, and also a map
Here they come.
trailer. So we're gonna watch those real quick. So first up is this. Rivals tweeted this out earlier and said new Thor and Jeff ability tweak breakdowns. The first one is for Thor, which is said hammer throw removed from the shared ability pool and now recovering lightning energy on hit. Thor can rapidly cycle through Awakening Rune, Hammer Throw, Mjolnir Bash to quickly build up energy, and Awakening Rune for longer durations. Additionally, Thor can now utilize Hammer Throw's long-range energy recovery to his advantage. First repositioning with Storm Surge to high ground or flanks, and following with Hammer Throw plus Awakening Rune for strong ranged damage output. Number 2, as for Jeff, the initial balance update mistakenly showed a non-final version of his changes. We've now corrected the announcement. We've also improved the feel of Joyful Splash, increasing its water flow speed for smoother control in the updated version. Joyful Splash now pierces both allies and enemies, healing teammates while damaging opponents. With this change, Jeff now charges his ultimate faster, making combos with Sharknado and Storm or solo initiations more effective than ever. We've noticed the enthusiastic discussions around Thor and Jeff following the balance update of 2.5. To provide more clarity on the design intentions and to showcase their new abilities and performance in the upcoming season, we've prepared the following video. So I have a better version of the video. I'm going to pull that up real quick. Okay, so this should be a higher quality version of those videos. So here's for Thor first. So that's his normal awakening form, right? Boom. Now it ends. He throws a hammer, and the hammer throw gives him a Thor Force back. Oh, wait, it is going to work that way. So when your Awakening Rune ends, you get one Thor Force back because how long it takes for Awakening to end, right? Then when you throw the hammer, the way it's always worked is if you shift or throw your hammer, when it comes back, it glows blue. But the way this has typically worked is it takes a Thor Force hammer to use, right? So like if you shifted at them, that would use one. The difference now though is if you hit somebody after using it, while it was still blue, you would get a Thor Force hammer back like it just did. But apparently it looks like the right click not only gives you a Thor Force on hit, but then also makes it turn blue just as if you had just used your shift beforehand. And then when you hit an enemy with a left click, it also still restores one. So you could, if you're point blank on somebody, right click them, bop them, and then left click them really quick and get 2 Thor Force back to back. So you finish your Awakening Rune, you get 1 hammer, right click somebody, get a 2nd hammer, left click them once, get the 3rd hammer, immediately pop it again. So it is gonna be kind of like what I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know about the last part of the hammer still counting is like when it comes back being blue and giving you another Thor Force, like if you hit somebody one singular time. That is actually kind of crazy. I understand why they got rid of Thor's extra survivability now, because he's probably gonna be kind of insane. Maybe not like meta. I mean, it's still early to say, right? Obviously we won't know till we actually try him out, but at least from the look, he's gonna be putting out a lot more damage now. So this is what I meant. This is the combo right here. They show it. This is what I was thinking. So you Thor Force, right? Watch the Thor Force hammer go up. Boom, 1 regenerates by the time your Rune Awakening ends. Throws the right click, hits him, comes back, left clicks him once, immediately can pop it again. Because it doesn't have a universal cooldown anymore. Wow, Thor actually might be really good next season. And then obviously you still get it from your E as well. Yeah. Okay, you gotta hit a shot, brother. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I think Thor looks pretty goddamn good. Reddit is mad about Thor changes, but he's always been a beefy DPS, not a tank. And just makes him more of a beefy DPS. It's the exact same direction he's always been going down. Wait, they're mad at the, like, hang on. Are they mad since the showing of these changes? Because it's a good thing. Thor was never gonna be a tanky tank. He doesn't have the survival tools. How the f are you gonna make him tanky? All of his tools are either movement or damage. They think he'll be super bad now? Right, listen, I mean this with all love in my heart, but this is why sometimes we come to very much butt heads with you, with people, where like, I tell you, dude, you're being a moron. And then people look at me and they go, no, you think that you're a moron. And then it comes out that I was right, like 95% of the time. Not every time, but like 95% of the time. This is gonna be probably another one of those where like, he's gonna end up probably even better than he was. Granted, he's not gonna be as tanky, but if you are good mechanically, you could almost play him like an off tank and actually go crazy hard damage. I think that's gonna be fun. That looks cool to me. I think they're cooking. I think they're 100% cooking. I think that's a great change. This though, let's watch it first. I'm not sold on this one. I think Jeff is cooked. Oh, he's so fucked. I love how in this clip they had to stop shooting at him because they realized how fast they were gonna blow his ass up by mistake. Like in the gameplay showcase to make him look better, his ass almost just got exploded. They had to stop shooting back. Now, in a very unique scenario where they're playing a bunch of tanks versus a bunch of pet tanks in a small room like this, right? I could see where, so the Fantastic Four map, like Midtown, I think it's called, there is a strat you can do where you hold spawn with 3 or 4 tanks. And basically the ideology behind it is the 4 tanks or 3 tanks circle their cooldown, circle their health pools until they build ults and die. And then they TP back on Strange and they all jump in, pop their ults. And then on the third, because you get 3 fights out of it, the third fight you come back on your real heroes and you try to like win the game at the 4-minute mark and full hold, or you roll into second with like not a whole lot of time on the clock slash, hello? Oh, Discord randomly died. That was fun. But basically, other than in very unique scenarios where that could happen, where it's a bunch of people all clumped up, I don't think that this is probably good. Y'all are so negative all the time. I literally just said the Thor changes are fantastic, which is apparently very much against what everyone else is saying. What? No. We're not always just trying to be negative. We're having our own independent thoughts. You should try it. Anyways, yeah, I think unless it's a very specific scenario, I don't know if this is a good change. He is building very quick ult charge, but like, look at this is such a perfect scenario. Literally 5 teammates standing in a small hallway versus 6 enemies standing in a small hallway. You know what I mean? This will not almost ever happen. This will never happen. So, where was the right click, by the way? So his right click is the exact same right click that it was. You only get 3 of them now, though. And they takes them 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds to recharge each one. And he only gets 3 bubbles. And they also heal less burst. I think instead of 85 burst, it's 120 over 4 seconds. And also his dive has like a meter. I'm surprised they didn't show the meter. Well, actually, I'm not that surprised, I guess. And then also he has less self-healing. So like survivability, nuked. Killing power, nuked. Left click is much better though. Obviously, big improvement to left click. But I don't know if that's actually gonna be good. I think Jeff's probably cooked. Yeah, I think our little land shark might be dead. The Thor changes look great though. I agree. I can definitely see we're in very, very unique scenarios like spawn holding where this could be very valuable though. But I think that'll make Jeff a very niche pick. Although, okay, other school of thought, back up 1 second. In metal rank play, this could actually be really good. Because metal rank play is like where like the 2 tanks basically walk up to each other and they stand there, and that's it. Like they just like bump each other on the chest. They like chest bump each other, you know? If both tanks just keep doing that all day long, the Jeffs get a lot of value by shooting through them, and you'll probably build ult pretty quickly, and people aren't very good at dodging the eat. So Jeff could be actually one of those characters that ends up being really good at like a metal rank, like Dominator character, but in the higher ranks ends up being really bad. That is the other potential strong part of this. Potentially. That's my guess, at least. I don't know. I only thing I could really see is the spawn hold slash like triple tank, quad tank comps, or breaking those comps. That could be another place where it's useful. There's your Jeff changes and your Thor changes. And then there's also this that got dropped as well, which is the Hellfire Gala Araco, which is apparently the other island. Didn't know there was multiple living goddamn islands. Apparently that's a thing. Let's look at the trailer. Kind of a banger. This is Krakoa's sister on Mars? Wait, hang on. That guy who said that earlier wasn't trolling? This map's on Mars? Hang on. Full stop. I'm not a we've gone over this. I don't know shit about the Marvel stuff, okay? Like, give me a break. How the f is an island supposed to help save another island? 1. 2, how is an island supposed to help save another island on Mars? Like, I was already like, okay, all right, I understand. Because they're alive? Okay, the island is connected to the ground of Earth, right? Mars is, like, millions of miles away, connected to the planet. The islands can move? You're telling me the island's gonna pick up and float to Mars? They are connected to each other through metaphysics, and they were ripped apart when time and space shattered. So how do they move? What is the propulsion system? Do they have legs? Do they have water? It's magic. They have magic. Are they magic floating islands? What version of magic are we talking? Are they floating? Are they teleporting? Are they instant transmissioning? What are we doing here? Osmosis? Stop, that's troll. Living landmasses are not unique. It's also comic bullshit. Okay, no, I get it, but like, I want to know, like, how do they explain it? That's all. I'm not asking for physics. I'm asking like, okay, I am asking for physics, but I mean like, I want their version of physics. I want the their universe version of physics here. How do they move? Instant transmission and not magic. So they teleport. Like they do instant transmission teleport. That's how. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's continue looking at the map. This is a very interesting hallway that's here. It does look sick, though. I was gonna say, why does that look like a giant Penny Parker suit? But it doesn't, actually. I kind of wanted to see what the points look like. I think we got to see them. There was a couple points that did look like points, but... At the same time, though... What the f is that thing? Yo, chat, what in the hell is this? That's OG Ultron? Oh. So is this an escort map? It looks like an escort map. Is it gonna go down that? Like it's gonna dip into that? Oh, that's spooky. Fighting cart downhill is... Oof. This room looks cool. This room looked really cool. This is a little spooky. Tight underground, low ground highway. Hell yeah, I'm in. But it looks good though. It looks good.